Hello, welcome to episode 2 of Daily Drumming with Dunc. So we're going to have daily drum lessons all the way through the coronavirus outbreak and while schools are closed. Hopefully keeping the nation entertained, and you never know, you might learn a new skill while you're stuck at home, learn to play the drums. So it is the 31st of March. So end of March already. How did that happen? Yeah, year flying by as usual. Although I've got a feeling April's going to be quite long this year for obvious reasons. So anyway, let's crack straight on. We're going to be looking at what are called Bonham Triplets today. So that's named after John Bonham, very, very famous drummer. If you don't know who he is, you should. He was the drummer in Led Zeppelin, died 40 years ago this year in September. And he's still a big influence now, even 40 years on after he died. Amazing drummer. And we're going to kind of look at triplets sort of made famous by him, which is the reason they are called Bonham Triplets. What I have decided to do, which I said yesterday I wasn't going to do, but I will do now, I think, for wherever I can with these quick little daily lessons, I will do some little lesson sheets like this, and I will put a link to those lesson sheets in the playlist description. So I'm not going to put it in every video description because it's going to get like too much stuff. So there'll be one link. If you look on the playlist, go in the description there will be a link to a folder where you can download all of these. I'll just kind of upload these to a folder each time I do them, and then at least you've got the lesson sheets as well. So let's crack on. Let's just zoom in on this first one. So we're going to kind of take all these as separate exercises. So this is the basics of Bonham Triplets. If you don't know what triplets are, basically, triplets, we're looking specifically here at eighth note triplets. So they are, let's get a bit bigger. They are 3 evenly spaced notes across each beat. That's eighth note triplets. So, and you count it 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. If you want to know a bit more on triplets, if you check out my lesson, if you look on the playlist for level 1 lessons, you want lesson 8 in there, or lesson 2 in level 2, which kind of is a little bit more advanced triplety stuff. If those videos aren't available yet, they will be over the next couple of weeks. So yeah, if I just kind of play triplets just so you kind of hear what they sound like with the metronome going, I'm going to play them just on the snare drum first. So it'll just be 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Okay, so what we're doing to play our Bonham triplets is the last bit of the triplet we are going to put on the bass drum, and we're going to just play it between the snare drum and the bass drum first. So it's going to sound like this. With the metronome. Okay, that in itself can be quite tricky, particularly when it gets faster, because what you'll find is when you do your left hand, your foot kind of wants to go together with that, so it's getting that separation between your hands and your feet. So again, as we said yesterday with the drum rudiments, start them slowly, practice it with a metronome, and then gradually start to speed it up. So I would like to say start at, 50, 60 beats per minute, gradually increase in 5s on your metronome. Also kind of do it just starting off slow, do this without a metronome and get gradually faster. Okay, that was terrible. I do apologise. I've just been for a run this morning for my bit of a daily exercise that I'm allowed, and yeah, my feet aren't working now. That's my excuse. That's today's excuse for being rubbish. I'll have an excuse every day for being rubbish. Yeah, bear with me. So I would practice them like that first. Okay, just between the bass drum and the snare drum. You can do different variations as well. You can like move the position of the bass drum, so you can put the bass drum at the beginning of the triplet. Play that with the metronome. Or in the middle bit of the triplet. So you get. Kind of practice going from one to the other, so like okay, great, just practice exercise just for getting all that coordination, independence between your hands and your feet. When you're comfortable playing it like that on the just between the snare and the bass drum, what I would then do is move on to just to moving it around the kit. So the first way to do it is like this one we've got on the screen, which is just to go around the toms. Okay, you could then start to develop that into a drum fill like this. So 3 and 4 and. Watch out for that foot at the end, going into the first beat. Okay, so that is playing it as 8th note triplets. Now, if we turn these into 16th note triplets, this thing here, okay, this phrase here would take 2 beats to complete rather than 4 beats. So that means you can play it twice within the groove, and that's when it starts to sound a lot cooler, like this. Okay, so practice it both speeds. Like I say, the faster you can get it, the cooler it sounds. And we can then start to develop on different phrases, such as this one down the bottom. So what we're going to do here is a 2-bar phrase. We're going to go snare, snare, foot, and then floor tom, high tom, foot. We're going to repeat it again there, and we're going to repeat it again there. But then on the last bit, we're going to repeat the floor tom, high tom, foot, and finish off with a snare. So we get this. Okay, sounds very cool. One of my favourite fills. I use it all the time. Another thing that I just watch out for, what I sometimes would do is, if I want to play something like snare, snare, foot, and then like high floor tom, foot, 2 different ways you can do these sticking patterns: to go right, left, foot, left, right, foot. Which is, I've always played it right, left, foot, right, left, foot. So on this bit, I've always crossed over. Okay, I would practice it both ways. I'm too old to change my ways now, but you want to practice it like right, left foot, left, right foot, and also right, left foot with a crossover. Looks a bit cooler if you do the crossover as well, so you know. Ooh, missed the drum. Okay, so I'm getting carried away now. But you can see a very, very cool sounding fill. And it's just like, once you get your speed up, it sounds really, really cool. So that's it. Bonham Triplets. That'll give you something to do today. Have a practice of those. Keep getting your speed up. And say, look out for the description. Look out for the link in the playlist description for the folder where all these things will start to appear. So each time I do a lesson sheet like that, I'll upload it to that folder, so that's going to keep updating each day. So we're going to leave that there for today. I will see you tomorrow, where it's going to be, what's tomorrow? Wednesday. Drum Groove of the Week tomorrow. So we'll do that tomorrow. Have a good day. Stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow.